can't give these guys anything easy because they will make you pay, because they're going to be relentless from minute 1 to minute 40.
And off we go here from Shanghai. Quarterfinal action. Spain taking on Poland. Spain, of course, in the home white. Poland in the road red. Carlin Gay alongside Mark Clark. Thanks for joining us wherever you are, however you're doing so. And off we go with 10 on the shot clock. Ricky Rubio inside to Gasol. It fell to Hernan Gomez. He gets fouled. He'll go to the line for an opportunity at 2.
Well, tempo in the half court for Spain is one of the things I really emphasized at this morning's practice. And they will always send someone underneath the defense, always behind the back of the defense, forcing you to create that seam between the ball pressure and the help.
Juancho Hernan Gomez breaks the ice. So take a look at some of the Polish fans who have made the trip. Got to do quite a few miles here, kilometers here in China. Playing in a couple different cities, but they're happy to extend their trip to Beijing if they get a victory here. Going back there, that's where they played the group stage. They went undefeated. Slaughter watched by Rubio. Slaughter pulls up for 2 and knocks it down. That's a good sign for Poland.
Wow. The points they get from the 1, 2, and 3 spot is why they're here. So Slaughter's got to be aggressive.
Rubio looking for help, finds Gasol inside. Gasol with the fall away, left it short. 1 and done. You mentioned that Poland does have to clean up on the glass. It's a good sign earlier on if they're able to give Spain 1 and done opportunities on the offensive end. Panicka driving. Now probing, back out to Slaughter. 5 on the shot clock. Slaughter was held. Foul on the floor. We'll reset the shot clock back to 14.
Well, Victor Claver's really got to do a job on the glass. He was phenomenal in the last game they played against Serbia. Best efficiency on the team. But if he doesn't get his feet wet in the keyway, a lot of those opportunities for Spain on the glass just don't exist.
Wyszynski on the drive. Floater's there. Got it.
Scario may have to play some small ball here in terms of containing. It's been a small ball competition at many times so far in this here in China.
Really has. Rubio for 2, got it. The days of going under screen on Ricky Rubio are over now.
Yep. Especially mid-range, you can't do it down there.
Ties the game at 4. Panicka. Thought about the 3, will now drive. Panicka has Gasol on him. Again, late in the shot clock. Panicka, floater. That's too strong, and Fernandez comes down with the board. Gasol, so dangerous from that high post area. Fernandez tried to give it back to Gasol. Panicka with the steal. And Poland looking to run. They got numbers. Inside Sell for first 2 for him.
Points through the 4 and the 5, they're going to get him in transition. They're not going to get him in the half court. Sell in particular will outwork his opponent on every opportunity. Runs the baseline to baseline better than anybody, as well as anybody in the tournament.
Sol surveys the situation, now goes to work. The double cane. It leads to Rubio, 3, count it, and the foul.
Well, you just called it. You can't go soft on the 3-point line anymore, especially if you let him play in his own time. You've got to make Ricky pull it up quick and get rid of it quick. It's when you let him play at this pace, he's as good as most from that point guard spot of actually getting the 3, getting a little bit of separation. It's a little bit of a cheap foul.
We've been saying it all tournament long, though. They have been protecting the jump shooters.
Yep.
That's continued here. 3-point, 4-point play, check that. Completed by Rubio. 2-point lead for Spain. Early on here, the first quarter of a quarterfinal game. Kick ball there as Gasol tried to get in the passing lane.
Well, Coach Taylor throws in Alexander Belskowski, they'll know all about him in Spain. He's just a left silver player on the in Gran Canaria. He'll spend some time with the ACB team, but he's not in the rotation. What an experience for him.
Youngest player in the tournament, 18 years old, number 2 in red. You won't miss him, he's a big boy. Here's Rubio, uses the Gasol screen, probing, throws it up at the rim. Gasol's gonna get called for the offensive foul. That's a good job by Slaughter, check that. Here's the replay, you judge at home.
Marc Gasol's already there. Marc Gasol's already there, it's just he's big. He's just big and the sort of bounces off him.
Let's see if Poland attacks Gasol as he already has 1 foul. Try to get him out of the game with his second. Slaughter for 2. It's in and out. Rubio pulls down another rebound. Gasol the return pass to Claver. He's inside. 2 Polish defenders around him. Doesn't matter. Able to kiss it in for his first 2 of the evening. Slaughter for 3. Got it.
It's a great read. You know, they tried to set him up on the ISO him. He just took the opportunity, went away from the screen, get separation. Great read.
Rubio trying to drive inside. Ricky Rubio breaking ankles and getting the layup. He has 8 and counting. Another good defensive stop by Spain on that trip. Rubio gets fouled by Basarowski.
See the finish of the Ricky Rubio shot. He missed the highlight. The highlight was getting there. The great thing about the Spanish defense is it's structured in such a way. They know that people are going to penetrate, but they force you to where they want you to penetrate. So the rotation is always available.
Hernandez inside to Gasol. He got hacked, and he'll go to the line for 2 free throws. Basarowski comes into the game, picks up 2 quick fouls, and may have to return to the bench. See if Coach Taylor decides to keep him in. Looks at the moment like he'll stay in.
It's not a bad move for Coach Taylor. Oh, well, obviously it's not a bad move. It's Coach Taylor. He doesn't make bad moves. But you know, if he uses him early, and if there's going to be some fouls early, he can pick them up. That's not going to make or break the performance. So it extends the time he can use more experienced players later as well. I mean, he's averaging 14 points a game. He's been a contributor, the young man. And what a future he has for this Polish team.
Gasol splits the free throws. Still a 4-point lead as we approach halfway mark here in this first period. Shinsky. Stripped out of his hands. Hernangomez. The good defense there.
Well, again, the scout's great when they clear out that way. The penetration is going to want to catch and go baseline. And so Spain just construct the defense there. They're not going to beat me that way. Beat me somewhere else. And he's got a really experienced coaching crew. Scariolo, and you can see the effect of the work they're doing.
Rubio and a little bit of miscommunication between him and Juancho Hernangomez. There's a turnover, a rare one for Rubio.
So much Rubio saw the open space, everyone else is looking at different options. Just reads the floor normally so well.
See if Poland could take advantage of it. Kulig into the game now for the first time, 77 in red for Poland. Nitka's 3 no good, and Fernandez on the glass once again. Here's Rudy. Accept the pass from Gasol and knocks down a triple.
Well, they may be on the wrong side of 30, but their enthusiasm and their activity offensively, their tempo is on the right side of it. They're just so quick.
One of the oldest teams in the tournament. Average age of 29.6, so not just 31. On the right side of it, there's the right side of a bucket for Wyszynski. And if Poland wants to be in this game, he's going to have to score a bunch for them, isn't he? Rubio on the drive. Gasol, good ball movement. Kleber for three. Wyszynski pulls down the flat-footed rebound. Slaughter. The hesitation now, crossover. Wanted to foul, but play continues. Bonica spins beyond Rubio. Can't get the layup attempt. Here comes Spain the other way. Hands there by Kulig to knock it out of bounds, which will allow his defense to get set and also allow some subs to come in. It's the last play by Wyszynski.
Sure, so this is a great indication of the depth of the Spanish national team that you bring a EuroLeague MVP off the bench and a guy that when he's on the floor is instant offense. So, you know, it's been a steady start, 16-12. Yui comes in, and you know Yui's going to be looking to put up shots.
There he is right there. Sergio Llull. Ribas on the floor as well for Spain. Gasol, Fiver with the flyby against the first two underneath in the paint.
Same cut behind the defense. They really do emphasize the baseline.
Little cheap foul there picked up by Kleber. It'll allow Willy Hernangomez to check into the game for Marc Gasol. Big-to-big passing was something they worked on in practice earlier this morning. Saw it right there on that last replay. 3 knocked down.
Zarek does it for a living. That's what he does. That's what he gives the team. He's not going to do anything else in terms of offense. He really does shoot the basketball as well as most.
Shooting it really well in this tournament as well. Sergio Llull. Ribas on the drive. Stripped out of his hands. Ball on the floor. Ribas able to pick it back up. Cliver for 3. No good. Ball pinballing around, and it ends up in the hands of Rubio. Ribas looks for a Hernangomez screen. Rubio showed the up fake. Now pulls up. Wanted to draw the foul. Good defense there by Poland. Sarek back the other way. Kulig was left alone, but he's not going to shoot from there, is he?
That's why he's left alone.
Wyszynski had trouble with that pass. Tapped out of his hands by Rubio. 9 on the shot clock for Poland. Last Sarek 3 got the bench on its feet. He'll trigger the inbound. Little pressure shown now by Spain. Sokolowski with 5 on the clock. He steps back for a 3 of his own. No good. Loyola pulls down the rebound. Both teams going deep into their bench now. No starter on the floor. Llull. Kleber inside to Hernangomez. That shot left short, gets his own. Stripped out of his hands. Basarowski, good to see him still active with the 2 fouls. Wyszynski probing. Kulig for 3. Got it! We wondered whether or not he would shoot the 3 when he's open. He did, knocked it down, and ties the game at 18.
Yeah, when it's a standstill 3 in space, he should shoot it.
Gomez on the roll. No call as Wyszynski hit the deck and Hernangomez puts in the 2. This game feels like a pace that Poland wants. As Wyszynski tees up the 3.
They're just taking a lot of shots, either off the dribble or in a full step. And they made some tough ones. Just got to do a little bit more away from the ball just to create that advantage on the catch. It's a little bit shooting the ball over defense a little bit too much because they're not. Like, Zarek is a great shooter if he comes up open off screens. If he works hard away from the ball, he'll make shots. There's a little bit, well, they're definitely one and done as well. 0 offensive boards. Just got to move this around a bit more.
And Gomez inside. A good job of allowing Wyszynski to fly by. And his second layup in a row now in the paint. Restores a 4-point lead for Spain. Poland could hold for the last shot. And clock showing 12 seconds. Slaughter uses the Kulik screen. Now Kulik open for 3. Oh, good there. Yule pulls it down. Has time to get it off. This will count if it goes. And that's how we'll end the first quarter. They're on their way to Beijing. You can find out more on the FIBA Basketball World Cup app. Download it from your app stores. Second quarter underway here in Shanghai. Poland down 4 to Spain. Carlin Gay alongside Mark Clark. Thanks for joining us wherever you are, however you may be doing so. A win here is a ticket to Beijing in the Final Four. Kulik for 3, no good. Slaughter with the offensive board and a fresh 14. Slaughter sees the mismatch, now goes to work. That tough pass is picked off. You see the 5 on the floor on your screen for Poland. Yule back the other way. Floater in the lane. Can't get it to go. Hernan Gomez off the bench. And he'll go to the line for 2. There's the 5 on the floor for Spain.
See, again, things always happen when he's on the floor. Good, bad, or indifferent. He's reading of the penetration into the passing lane for the steal. But Poland stood still on that penetration. Didn't create any clean sight of the basketball for the receiver. And going the other way, Yui's not giving that up. He's just going to go hard. He knows he's got board coverage. And it's what he does, week in, week out. Makes things happen.
Juancho Hernan Gomez splits the free throws, and it's a 5-point lead for Spain. Sarek finds Kulik. Now gives it back to Sarek. 2-man game. Masarovsky puts it on the deck. In the corner. Ponitka for 3.
Well, there you go. It's a 2-meter-15 guy. Put it on the floor, draw the defense, kick it to the wing, you know?
That's Sokolowski. My fault on that one. Ponitka's sitting on the bench. Sokolowski's 3 in red. Knocked down his long ball. Hernan Gomez spinning and Gabe able to get it to go over the defense. Kulik sees the lane. Got stripped, but got it back. Slaughter inside. Tapped up and in by Sokolowski. So he gives you the 3 and then the offensive board. Hernan Gomez for 3.
Yeah, I don't think Poland are doing great. They're absolutely doing great. Trail 5, and that's the problem you've got when you're playing the number 2 ranked team in the world. But in transition at the minute, Spain are just 5 are running the floor, 5 are spotting up, 5 are getting shots they want.
Kulik down the lane. Away from the basket. And able to hit a tough shot. Quickly Spain the other way. Oh, the look-away pass! Kulik came down and saved the highlight. Sergio Yule with the gorgeous dime. Kulik keeping the hustle here for Coach Taylor's squad.
Don't you love guys who enjoy playing the game? Look at that, you know? Look away, look in the fan, wave to people as he makes the pass almost. But you've got to have guys to run the floor with you. That's it's a tremendous look. It's a highlight. Again, Gomez was down the floor, outworked his opponent.
It's the first free throw. Julio Hernan Gomez averaged 7.2 points per game, 5.3 rebounds for the Charlotte Hornets in the NBA last season. This is the second offensive rebound, though, for Spain. Fresh 14 for them. Chance to build on this 4-point lead. That pass too tall for Juancho Hernan Gomez. He was getting ready to tee that up. was open there in the corner. $7:35 here to play in the first half. Trip to Beijing on the line. Coolidge leaves. Slaughter for three. Oh! In the face of Ricky Rubio. Well, if he's going to hit shots like that, it might be a long night for Rubio. Rudy Fernandez. Coolidge hit the deck. Broken floor. Bass in the corner. It's much taller Alcirovsky on him. Now a much smaller Slater trying to grab. Hernan Gomez, good pass. Three knocked down by Juancho Hernan Gomez, who's on fire right now. 11 points for him. Coolidge sets for Slaughter. Pull up. That's his range. That's what he wants to do, but able to connect there. Jewell. Rebats for three. Coach Taylor was ready to call a timeout, had that one dropped. So the last three there by Juancho. The answer was Slaughter.
You made the point last time down the floor, Khan, about Slaughter and having to take it. It was his range. Absolutely. They need him to have a game, and he's one of the guys who can break it down. They just all need to be on at that level for the whole of this game. They cannot have a dry spell here.
Juancho Hernan Gomez is cooking right now. Another three-pointer, up to 14 and counting. He has his team of 7 at the moment. Sarek inside. That pass a little too tough to handle. Rubio comes up with the steal. Looking for Juancho. Here's Gasol. Rubio. Hernandez is wide open, tees it up and got it. Timeout, Poland. Spain starting to roll now. Pass by Rubio. Three by Rudy. And it's a 10-point game with 5:53 to play here in the second quarter.
They cannot rely on just great individual plays for the whole of this game. People have, when Slaughter penetrates, they've got to move. They move really well when Wasserowski penetrates, they spot up. That's what they've got to do. Off the ball, keep the floor spread, create advantage with the spacing on the floor.
Spanish crowd now starting to sing here in the second quarter. They know a trip to Beijing is on the line here. Wyszynski. Coolidge for three. In and out. And an offensive rebound here for Poland. Slaughter. Wyszynski. Wants to go to work. Now puts it on the deck. Wyszynski inside. And a soft jumper falls.
Flick does a nice job. Really does a nice job. He's solid, but that's the sort of thing he's going to make. Give yourself a passing lane to receive it. 10, 12 feet, he can knock it down.
Rubio tried to give it back to Gasol. Hands in the passing lane and will go the other way. Good defense there by Poland.
Kind of the thing for Poland is when we've seen the Czech Republic play, guys like Patrick Alder, well, Aaron Sel's got to do that. He's got to be really strong defensively, make open shots when he's open, so he's got to move away from the ball to keep the defense honest.
Just checked into the game, number 5 in red is Aaron Sel. Wyszynski knocks down the foul line extended jump shot. Good response out of a timeout for Poland. Battling back now, a 6-point game. Rubio left alone. He'll tee up a three. In and out. One and done. Nika with the rebound. Here's Aaron Sel. Sell looking for help now. Finds it in Ponica. Ponica backing down on Rubio. That pass was read. And will we have it intentional?
Well, they're going to have to look at it because of where the bodies were and where people were.
Ribas.
Can't say enough good things about Ribas. You know, he's had a number of injury issues in his career. To me, it looked like Ribas had it and then almost lost it. It's whether they thought the contact was. But it's great to hear the conversation because you know exactly what they're considering. You know exactly why they've made the call. So we're all right. No, it doesn't matter what we think now. We know why they've done it, which is a really nice innovation.
Part of the biggest basketball broadcast, 25 different cameras here from here on out at the FIBA Basketball World Cup. You heard the referees mic'd up. We'll also hear them periodically through the game in conversation with different players. We'll each drop in on that. Right now, Ribas total line for 2 free throws, and Spain will get the ball as well.
Because of the IQ and the way Spain will manage this type of situation. Now they make the one from the line. We'll be surprised here to at least see Marc Gasol get a touch of the basketball close and then just trust him because he's a great passer. They're going to try and make sure they really make Poland play defense right here.
Scores table just double checking.
Weren't they listening?
We were.
Do they get a replay? Why don't they give the table a replay? That would help. But you know, the most important thing is that they didn't know. They have to stop and ask, and otherwise we could be, you know, who knows what this game's going to develop as.
It's important to get it right, especially in the quarterfinal with the trip.
Yeah.
To the Final Four on the line, and also be in position for a guaranteed spot at the World Cup, or at the Olympics next summer as well. You wanted the Gasol touch, it ends up being a 3, you missed it. Ponica pulls down the rebound. Slaughter. Probing. Rubio all over him. Sell gives it right back to Slaughter. Plenty of time to shoot for Slaughter as he dances with it. Pass inside. Well, you're expecting him to score, but if he can distribute as well, it's a plus.
He's got to have guys that move, though. That's the thing. If no one moves, he's going to have to put it up. Sell went down the lane, gave him a passing lane, did a great job finding him.
Rebound from the corner. No good. It's been one and done since the timeout for Spain. Response for Poland. Slaughter probing again. Looking for help now. Finds it in Sell. Sell driving. High off the glass. Can't get it to go. He'll go to the line for 2 as he was fouled by Marc Gasol.
Well, that's 2 possessions. Sell's the guy that saw the situation as it developed. We're going to get a replay of the pass to the inside. There he is, finds a hole. He has a clean line of sight to the ball. Therefore, he can be seen by Slaughter. Therefore, he's got an option to make the pass. And Poland are doing that really well.
Mike Taylor been in charge of the Polish program since 2014. 8 of these players have played under him at the 2017 Eurobasket. 11 of them helped this team qualify for this World Cup. Sell knocks down the free throw. There you see Jorge Garbarosa in charge of the Spanish national team. Great ambassador for the game, not only in Spain, but worldwide. That's 2, count the 2.
Yeah.
Now a 2-point game. Flavor back into the game for Spain. Here's Rudy Fernandez. Wants to create some space, so he dribbles out and allows Gasol to roll down the rim. Can't get it to go. Ponica the other way. And Ewell picks up the foul. Very close to it, sportsmanlike. Polish bench asking for it. Won't get the review. See the last tip in. Chest off the rim.
You know, it happens to the best. You know, even Marc Gasol will occasionally, you know, forget to do something. So he forgets to finish the time after, he forgets to box out. And then you're in the World Cup. You don't get a second chance. If you forget on that time, normally you're made to pay.
Win and move on. Lose or go home. Slaughter penetrating. Gasol tried to take the charge. Another offensive rebound by Poland. They're going to call a loose ball foul on Usala.
Eric does a really nice job for me. He's out that mold of a solid, slightly undersized big, just works hard. You know, did put some quality time in the BCL last year, but he did a nice job banging around against so-called better players than him, bigger players than him. Does it for his, he just fits this team. He's going to rebound and finish from 8 feet and in.
Rubio looking for Gasol, was Slaughter on his back. The kick out to Fernandez, and when you see the ball moving in open three, Spain has knocked down the long ball. Fernandez is 3 for 3 from three-point range. He and Juancho Hernangomez's team up front by 5. Slaughter. Solnick. One too many passes.
Yeah, shoot the ball.
Spain back the other way. Here's Rubio probing. Now looking for help. Gasol flashing inside, now gets the pass as Slaughter grabbed it, counted, and the foul. Slaughter thought it was on the ground. Referee says no and 1.
Wouldn't mind seeing it again. I mean, I know why Slaughter's saying it, but look, he's in the action to the hoop. He didn't get set with his 2 feet, so you see why the referee called it that way. You can see why AJ Slaughter thinks it was on the ground. He thinks when he caught it, he fouled it.
And he spurt. And Mike Taylor has seen enough. Timeout on the floor. 44-37, minute 47 left to play in the first half here in the quarterfinals.
Stay on the same page.
Gasol with 1 free throw attempt left after the and 1. And he converts. Just like that, back to an 8-point lead for Spain. See how Poland closes the first half. Shishkin. He's hacked. It's only the 3rd team foul for Spain.
It's one of those things when you watch European basketball and Spanish basketball, they're very controlled. They don't get into penalty situations too early. You've got to be very much the aggressor if you're going to get them into that. And it's because they're running their team defense. They know where the ball's being forced to.
They're in the zone at the moment. Jinsky pulls up. That's a rainbow 2. That doesn't go. Rubio tapped it out to Hernangomez in Spain.
Well, having said they were going to be protecting the shooter, Wazinski got a little contact and they walked into his space.
Rubio probing. They go inside to Gasol. Gasol with space to work. The fall away. Too strong. Panicka comes down with the rebound. He's been quiet here in this first half. Look at him drive inside.
Oh.
Spinning it home. Matej Panicka, leading scorer on this team with his first 2 of the night.
And what a 2. It's nothing like getting them easy, is there? Straight through everybody.
Rubio now probing. Rubio tossing it up. Can't get it to go. Wants the foul call. He's arguing on the way back to the floor. Panicka got body checked. Knee on knee between him and Rudy Fernandez, and I think Rudy Fernandez took the worst of it. Not what Spain wants to see, as you see at the top of your screen. Fernandez, an obvious discomfort. Ooh.
That's a knee on knee, right? That's what it looks like.
Maybe even drawn a little blood. So Fernandez will limp off. Let's see if Poland goes for 2 for 1, and we'll keep you updated on his status. Slaughter, deep 3. Left it short. And Hernangomez vacuums it in. Rubio saying, take your time. Let's run something. 10 on the shot clock. Down the lane is Hernangomez. That ball squirts through his hands and a turnover. Well, the one thing Spain's done out of their character here in the first half is turn the ball over.
Yeah. And some of the turnovers were like that, where the defensive rotation, and that's why Taylor says stay on the same page, because if we rotate, they're not going to keep them pointless. So let's decide where we want them to shoot the ball from. Let's try and give ourselves the best chance we can to keep them at manageable percentages.
Shinsky drawing the foul, trying to dribble up the court on Ribas, and that is the penalty. So Shinsky will go to the line with the clock stopped and try to chip away at this lead.
Yeah, they won't like this one because Ribas doesn't want to do this when you're in the penalty, because he has defensive rotation. Rudy's 3 from 3 from the three-point line. He's not sitting down now. There's no way he's sitting down in the third quarter, unless he has obviously we're looking at what looks like a cut. As long as it's just a cut, then he'll be fine.
Shinsky now with 8 points, looking for 9. Exactly 10 seconds to play here in the first half. See what Coach Sergio Scariolo has drawn up for his team to close the first. And Gomez sets the screen at center. Rubio looking for a pass, and a foul is called. 2.5 to play in the second quarter. You're shaking your head, Mark.
Well, I'm in Coach Taylor. Coach Taylor's walking to the corner, just giving it one of those wire, you know. You've done a great job. Rubio's trying to push it at you. You have him outside the keyway. He's dead. You're in front of him. Make him make a great pass or make him make a tough shot. Don't send him here.
Rubio knocks down the first.
He's 85% for the tournament. You know, it's not the sort of guy you want to give a couple of easy ones to end the half.
Second one's not there. Right on cue. But Nika can't get it off in time. Mark Clark.
Couldn't miss from the perimeter. Now, you do get some time. When you're trying to guard Marc Gasol on the inside, you get some time on the perimeter. And it was when Poland stopped the ball movement, they got right back in it. That's what they've got to do for the next 20.
Started the second half here from Shanghai. Spain up 46-41 on Poland after 20 minutes. Carlin Gay alongside Mark Clark. There you see the 5 on the floor for Spain as we start the second. And a quick whistle. Aaron Sell picks up the foul.
Just hold. Spain just don't miss a beat. They come out with the same tempo. The movement away from the ball is good.
Gasol driving down the lane. He's fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. Good to see Rudy Fernandez back on the floor after taking a knee hit. Had a little blood, cleaned up, and as you mentioned, Mark, he's not going to miss too much time, especially in a game of this magnitude. There's head coach Mike Taylor asking for AJ Slaughter to come over and have a chat with him. And we take a look at Marc Gasol, NBA champion, towing the line. And now trying to help his country hoist a trophy. He's 4 points.
What does he have? He has an NBA title. He has a world title from '06 when he was the other end of the bench, if you want, for the Spanish team. But had to play because Powell broke his ankle before the final. But what he needs to complete is an Olympic gold medal, and that's where they hope they end up next year. And the secondary objective in many ways is to qualify for the Olympics. The primary objective here is to win the World Cup.
Knocks down the second free throw. Slaughter was trapped at the timeline, and a tough pass is stolen. Rubio dribbling the other way. Not the start Poland wanted coming out of the break. They already have 2 team fouls, and then they turn the ball over. Gasol for 3. Left it short. And Aaron Sell with a flat-footed rebound. Slaughter was terrific in the first half. His first shot here in the second is no good. Rubio pulls it down. And is using the Gasol screen. Hernandez for two. Can't get the roll. And Panicka skies to grab it. Both teams shooting 50% from the field, but a little slow to start this second half. Panicka, who was quiet in the first, knocks down a three here.
Well, they went under on Panicka. Coming in, how can you go under on him? So it's pretty much the first complete defensive breakdown you've seen.
Rubio right by Panicka, laying it in.
Love that release off the first step. Doesn't have to lay it up, just takes the first step, doesn't stick it in two hands, just kisses off the glass.
Purcell putting it on the deck. Zelnick misses the point blank layup. Gasol slow to get back into the play. He's trailing. Rubio waits for him to jog into your picture. Now Gasol wide underneath. Tapped it right back up to Fernandez. Step back three. Got it.
Well, that's a great job by the medical man. Didn't let that hand get cold in the halftime period.
Fernandez still red hot from three-point range. Hasn't missed a shot from the land beyond. He is 12. Zelnick tried to hand off to Slaughter, and it's a backcourt violation.
Dangerous time. You know, coming out the half, Spain have really picked it up defensively. And apart from the Panicka three, they're trying to just tighten it up, turn the screw. Yeah, and in terms of the intent on it, you saw Marc Gasol trying to take the charge of all things earlier in the at the start of this third quarter. And then they're going to be, in normal circumstances now, Spain are going to be just so efficient. And Poland, they're going to have to make a comeback. They're not going to be given any easy way back in this.
Rubio driving inside. The tough pass to Rudy for three. He is as hot as a blowtorch. 5 of 5 from three-point range. Hot here in the second. The only missed field goal was inside the arc. So stop taking layups, Rudy. Just shoot from beyond the arc.
Exactly.
A little pressure shown by Spain on the rejoin. Shinsky. Slaughter. Panicka inside. So doing a good job preventing that shot. It did touch the rim, so shot clock reset. The kick ball will reset it back to 14 anyway. We'll stay on the set. A little bit of pressure kind of threw them off there. Offensively.
It's again asking the offense to make shots they don't want to take.
There's Kulig. He probes. Kick to Panicka. Driving in was stripped by Clayton. Rudy surveying the situation. Rubio. The fall away. Falls to the deck and still able to kiss it off the glass. Rudy and Rubio show. 15 for Rudy, 13 for Rubio. Slaughter, big time three. They needed that.
Went away from the ball. Went away from the ball. Came hard off the handoff, so he gets his feet set, no one in his face.
Hernan Gomez. Juancho going to work on Slaughter. Gasol, floater, got it. Getting whatever they want offensively at the moment. It's a 13-point game. Here's Shinsky. Tried to slip it inside to Kulig. It's kicked. Shot clock reset to 14.
While the action's going on that side, well, no one's moving. No one's giving him an option to skip. Because the defense can just stay on the split line. They can actually be in the passing lane. You've got to move and give the man with the ball a clear sight so he can find you on a skip. Because they proved they can shoot the ball if they move the ball.
Kulig. Slaughter back to Kulig. Drive inside. Sweeping through the lane. Tough look by Damian Kulig. Lead back to 11. Sergio Llull into the game now for Spain. Talked about that being such a luxury, bringing in a MVP off your bench. Here he is, knocking down his first attempt here in the second half.
Yui's just can create for himself. As we said first half, just a scorer. Can score from it.
There he is on the replay. They're able to do whatever they want when they come off the screens at the moment.
Yep.
Really locking in defensively now, too. Slaughter with 5 to shoot. He wanted it to stay on this end, thought it went off Gasol's leg. He'll go the other way.
And Rudy Fernandez just stayed in the passing lane. There was no pass ball side, just stayed in the passing lane, took away the automatic option, and there was no other option, again, because Poland are static offensively away from the ball.
Juancho for 3. Thought he got hit. No whistle came. Poland now trying to probe and dig at this lead. Kulik for 3. Poland's been knocking down three-point shots when they've got open looks. Can that continue as we tick through the third quarter?
Well, he's 2 for 5, 40% from the three-point line. They're offering him up that 3.
And Gomez's 3, no good. Panicka pulls it down. Slaughter comes the other way. Slaughter. Kulik thought about it, now puts it on the deck. He's fouled. They stay on the floor.
That's a great decision by Kulik because they actually respected him on the three-point line that time. So he put it on the floor. You know, it's a very complicated game, but some people make it look very simple. So if someone closes you out long like that, you have to attack them.
Spain respect that jump shot right there. A little fist pump action for the big man. Spain showing his zone. See how Poland attacks. Masarowski, deep 3. No good there. Playboy comes down with the rebound. So looking for help now. Now we'll go to work as they clear the lane. Rudy turns the corner. Cross-court pass to Playboy for 3, no good. Masarowski comes down with the board. Nick on to push, was stripped by Playboy. Offensive foul. Good job there by the big man. Kulik stepping in there, taking it in the chest.
Yeah, super job. Kleber's done a really nice job, though, getting your hands and getting deflections and coming up with steals. They can just give it up. Spain are becoming a little bit three-point happy at the moment. But it's not the guys that have been making shots. You know, Kleber taking the 3 is not what you really see at the moment, especially as Gasol had it 8 feet from the hoop, 1-on-1. You'd probably expect him to go to work.
Slaughter. Shinsky was bumped before the shot. That's a 14 foul now in Spain.
That's a poor, it's the offensive foul followed by the poor closeout. Rio just then closed him out and didn't give him the baseline, gave him the middle, which is not really what they like to do.
Spain's still in the zone. Slaughter for 3. Can't get it to go. Ball on the floor, who wants it? Sokolowski comes up with it. Shinsky. Masarowski for 3. Can't get it to go. Tapped off the rim. Slaughter driving to the 10. Poland just will not go away. Ooh. High off the glass. Restoring a double-digit lead.
Atmosphere just sucked out the gym because after they all get excited, no one even touches it. Hughes down the floor and lays it up.
Slaughter. Up top. Masarowski, great catch. Can't get it to go. He'll go to the line to earn it.
Well, Balcerowski's becoming a man in this tournament. 18 years old, takes it up strong, will go to the free throw line, got to finish the play. But you saw the replay of the slaughter going down the middle. That was their third shot in that series, third series on the offensive end. And that's the only way they're going to get, they've just got to outwork Spain in those areas. Just get loose balls, get on the glass, because you're not going to beat them going shot for shot. You're just not going to beat them.
It's been a little bit of an adventure in this tournament for Balcerowski from the free throw line. He's shot 45% coming into this game. It's the one knock you have on him. Of course, only 18 years of age. The youngest player at this FIBA Basketball World Cup. Gonna be in a Polish uniform, of course, for years to come, they hope.
Well, who knows where his journey's going to take him. You know, he's got a lot of physical attributes.
Hernan Gomez, Rubio. Rubio probing. Pass inside. I don't know how he got it to Hernan Gomez. He did. He was fouled.
I think we're going to need the replay to work out how Harry did get it to him, because I don't think anyone in the crowd knows, because they were looking at the pass to the corner.
Hernan Gomez will toe the line for 2 free throws. It's only the 13th foul here for Poland, third. Willie's had his struggles at the free throw line as well in this tournament. Only shooting 56% coming into this game from the line. Missed the first there. Splits the throws, gets it to an 11-point game. 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Can Poland get it within striking distance as we close the third? Nice cut by Sokolowski. Kulik found it.
You've got to keep moving away from the ball. You've got to get options to the man with the ball for Poland. Cannot be about the man with the ball.
Wide open shot for Rubio, no good. Kulik on the Karam, pulls it down. Sorry. Kulik was alone for a second. Balcerowski called for it. Nice spin inside! Sokolowski, the last 2 buckets for Poland. Rudy is 1 away from tying that mark.
See, we've been talking about movement away from the ball for Poland the whole game, because he flashed. Ricky's gone to sleep on the bottom of the eye. The Ribas rather has gone to sleep down there. And Sokolowski with a baseline penetration, no help again, because it's the movement away from the ball that actually makes the defense make decisions. If you're standing still, the defense does not have many decisions to make. Sokolowski with the last 2 goes on to 9 personal, which is above what he scored in the tournament on average. 4 from 5 from the field. They're both at the ring though, so moving again, you get the high percentage shot.
See how Spain responds after the timeout. A little pressure shown here by Poland.
Got to stay close here going into the fourth. They cannot have Spain go 5-0 or 6-0, something like that, at the end of this third quarter.
Rubio comes off the Hernan Gomez screen. Riola in the corner for 3. Hernan Gomez, great offensive board. Ribas thought about it. He'll kick it back out to run a set. Crossing over, left it short on the floater. Shot clock violation. Will go the other way. Great defensive stop there by Poland.
Crucial. This is a crucial part of the game. They go down here and score. Get it to 5, get it to 4 even with the 3. Get into the end of the break, 5-6 down. They're right in this, and Spain will start to worry and actually second guess themselves.
Sokolowski, he's been on fire the last couple minutes, high off the glass, trying to follow his own. Can't get it to go. Spain the other way. court through his fingertips. Another turnover here for Spain.
Pau Ribas is having one of those games. He's picking a quarterfinal to have it as well. He's a great basketball player, full stop. He's just having one of those nights. Like everyone has a bad day at the office, he's just having one at the wrong time at the moment.
Played at Barcelona last year in the ACB in Spain. Top-notch teams in the world, not just in Europe. Poland could hold for the last shot. Sarek for three, no good. Rubio ahead, Oriola with time. Got the layup, and that's how we'll end the third. Heated up until they ran into Argentina for arriving here in Shanghai. Can they pull off the upset? We'll find out. They have 10 minutes to do so, and within striking distance. Down 67-58 as we start the fourth quarter. Winner moves on and moves on to the Final Four in Beijing.
They have to keep Spain in under 20 in this quarter. Keep them under 20, you have a chance.
Hernan Gomez comes up with the steal. And gets the return pass. Surveys the situation, now looks to bank. Deep three on the way. You can't get it to go. And a foul underneath on Poland as Oriola was held.
You're looking at Poland coming up with a perfect defensive quarter here. It's got to be one and done for Spain. They've got to box out. And down the offensive end, Slaughter's going to have a great quarter. And they've just got to be as perfect as they can be. But it's got to start down this end. It's got to make it a manageable number. Spain get anywhere near 20, this is done.
We will try again for three. Can't get it to go. And the foul is called. It's going the other way. Give me the judge at home.
Hands around the waist, it's a fairly straightforward one, pushing him in the bag.
Wasserowski drew that foul, now he'll go to the bench. Important minutes here for the five on the floor for Poland. Panika back into the game, he's on the rock right now. The leading scorer for this team, he has 5 points at the moment. Picks up his dribble, needs help. Nice pass. Slaughter kept going, count it, and the foul.
Well, the referee was much closer than we are.
It was a late call.
Yeah, not quite as coach as Sergio Uri, but let's have a look because Sergio Uri, well, yeah, it's an easy call for the official, same thing. If you put the palm of your hands on the player, the referee, I would defy any official to say how hard he's doing that now. You can't tell, so therefore it's a foul. You can't make a judgment on that. Tremendous, that's exactly the right call by the officials.
The free throw was made by Slaughter. And we'll have double fouls going the other way, or just warnings.
I think it's warnings. I hope it's warnings. A little bit handbags, if nothing else. Stops right now. Get yourself in the game halfway through the fourth. Get stops now. Keep Spain in a manageable number.
Hernan Gomez back to Rubio. Rubio uses the Hernan Gomez screen. Now, nice pocket pass inside. Hernan Gomez point blank miss.
Great offensive rebound. Tremendous work on the glass. Didn't even think, just went after it.
Rubio driving inside. Hernan Gomez tries again. This time gets it to go.
And they're the plays that Poland have to turn into stops. They had the chance to get a stop and gave up the offensive glass.
Sarek for three, left it short. Rubio quickly the other way. Hernan Gomez. Count it, and the foul!
Don't run under the guy in the out. You know, you've missed the three. Get back and try and slow it down, but and don't hit him on the arm on the way up. In fact, Hernan Gomez did a great job just focusing on the finish took a little bit of a hit on the elbow. Completes it here, and they're back out 11 up.
Able to get the roll, as you mentioned, 11-point game. Poland trying to dig themselves out of the hole once again. They've done it so many times in this tournament. This man has been terrific. Slaughter. He wants to take a shot. Now drives. Ponitka down the lane. Slaughter is open and he wants the return pass. 2 to shoot. Ponitka's fouled. Bailed out as the shot clock buzzer expires, and he'll go to the line for 3.
Bailed out, completely bailed out. Sees who bails him out.
Hernangomez got his hand.
Yep.
And then the reaction clearly got him over the arm. See if Ponitka can make him pay now.
Get it back to single digits.
Ponitka's averaged 14 points per game in this tournament. Stuck on 6 after that miss.
Repeat the same thing. They've pretty much got to have a perfect quarter. They're capable of a good enough quarter. With free throws, rebounds, do the simple things, give yourself a chance. You're playing against the number 2 ranked team in the world. You can't miss opportunities.
Still within striking distance, 9-point game. Plenty of time left. Hernangomez driving again. Well, Willie has had the last couple of minutes to show for it. 13 accounting for him. Sokolowski driving. Took the contact and finishes. Tough shot.
Well, that's his 3rd finish around the ring. He's been tough. Just hanging in there now. There's plenty of time left in the game, but they've got to try and get stops at this end of the floor. Full Spain, the shot they don't want to take.
Bell underneath. Slaughter picks it up. He wanted the 3-second call, but didn't come. That's a 13th foul. Both teams now with 3 team fouls here in the 4th.
And AJ Slaughter's got to rely on his help there. He doesn't need to foul him. He's in front. And to be fair, there's not a lot of space to throw the ball into. It's quite deep.
Rubio probing. Finds Hernangomez. Good job spinning away from the defense, and the left hand push shot is good.
And we talked earlier on about Spain living and dying from the 3-point line. They're just going inside now. Can't make the 3. They've got a little cold. Throw it in there.
All this happening with Marc Gasol on the bench as well. Selnick knocks down the 2. Still within striking distance for Poland. Hard screen, and that's an offensive foul.
Very late coming up to set the ball screen. You've got to take one for the team there. You know you can do it. You know it's going to be there. You know it's going to be moving. And the referees throughout this tournament very, very good at being consistent around that ball screen and the move. I know Scariolo doesn't like it, but
Slaughter. Step back, Jimmy. Got it. Well, if you're a Spanish basketball fan, you don't want to see that guy get hot. He is 19. And he loves these type of moments. Back to his 6-point game. Rubio. Hernandez inside. It's been the Hernangomez show here in the 4th. Blocked. Sokolowski got his hand to it. Slaughter says slow it down. He's going to want to take Oriol off the dribble, isn't he?
everyone's going to move though. Get it back and go at him. Great job earlier stopping him, getting it back.
Shinsky to the 10. Don't look now, a 4-point game. But closer, Poland keeps it. The neutral fans here will start to cheer for the team in red. We've seen that throughout this tournament. They love the underdog here in Shanghai. Rubio trying to silence the crowd. Buell for three. In and out. Hernangomez again! Get in the gym, he says. Too big, too strong.
Well, he has single-handedly managed to keep Spain out there, whether it's on the move or on the glass. This is why they're a threat. This is why they can win the whole thing here. Not working from the outside. They've got options on the inside and on the glass. And he has just gone to work in the last 3-4 minutes.
And Gomez will go to the line with a chance for a three-point play. Oriolo, who's given Spain good minutes, will be replaced by Clever. It's free throw to restore the lead back to 7. It's good. Willy Hernangomez leaves, and he'll get a hand from the crowd here. And his bench appreciating that effort. 18 points off the bench for Willie. Marc Gasol back into the game, likely to close it here with 5:20 remaining. One of these two teams on their way to Beijing. The other going home. Slaughter. Kool-Aid. Looking for help. Tried a tough pass. It goes out of bounds.
And the disappointing thing is the pass was there. He just had to almost just drop it down to a little touch, because that man, Sobolewski, has been moving off the ball as well as anyone else in a red uniform. He's always looking to be open, always reading his defender. He turns his head, he's cutting. Cooley just needed a little bit of composure. Drop it inside. That another 2-footer Beckman.
Some of the pictures. The motions of this third.
Sobolewski's just gone out because he's got some blood on his elbow. The plaster's come off. He'll be straight back in the next. I can't believe he won't be back in the next play face.
He's back to the scores table waiting. Here's Gasol, his first touch since rejoining us here. Rubio inside to Gasol, working on Cooley. Double comes, now Gasol finds Rubio. Sends a three, got it! Back to danger zone now for Poland. 10-point game. Panicka. Slaughter, watched by Ruby. Kool-Aid T3. Too strong. Look out, here comes Spain. Buell drops it off. Weber had it squirt through his hands. And Poland now take advantage. Offensive foul, Marc Gasol. How about the big man moving his feet?
Well, he tried to take one earlier on, put his body on the line. Yep. Nick is just going to be a little bit more under control. And Ricky is back and open from the three-point line. And it's in double digits.
Here's Ricky Rubio. Inside to Gasol, that's stripped out of his hands by Slaughter. Under 4 to play now. Poland stay alive. Big ball there. Shot clock will stay the same, 3:49 to play. Looks like Poland will stay with this lineup on the floor to try and close things out. Kool-Aid, Shitsky for 3. Can't get it to go. Spain can feel it now with Rubio walking over the timeline. Both teams in the penalty. Rubio uses the sole screen. Weber. Rubio sends another 3 and hits.
Poland can't go soft right now. The whole series they went soft. They stepped up. Ricky's back in his own time and his own place. Back-to-back free throw reveal. Poland just had 2 possessions off, and we're looking at a 13-point game. I don't know if they're going to have enough in the tank to come back from 321. They've got it, but that's the first time you felt they just went soft on the ball.
Ricky Rubio with 19 points. He also passed.
It's a shooting drill for Ricky.
19 points, 75% from three-point range. This team up 13. Trying to close this out here. Move on to the Final Four. Sell back into the game. Cooley surveys the situation. Gets some help. Slaughter driving inside. Onyeka from the corner. Hits the side of the backboard. They got a decent look at it. Result not there. Now time of the essence for Poland. Gasol, great pass! Kleber has the crowd on his feet with that slam. Slaughter poked out of his hands by Rubio. Stay on the set. 2:31, you can tell Slaughter exhausted. Does he have anything magical in it? Nice pass inside to Sell. It was blocked, but the follow by Panicka. That ends an 11-0 run from Spain. So, Rubio now. Rubio probing. The feed inside to Gasol. Got it.
Ricky's just closing out now. He's in control. There's nothing in the tank for Poland. You just hope they finish this in the way they need to.
Slaughter, he's doubled. Kool-Aid left alone for 3. No good there. Oh, Panicka diving in, but it's an offensive foul. Rubio again taking a hard hit. This time grabbing the right side of his head. Panicka with that elbow there.
Yep. Well, you've got Gasol taking charges. You've got Fernandez on the glass. We said right at the top of the game, it's not just about the quality and talent as Ricky Rubio sits down. Probably job done. You know, it's never over till it's over, obviously, but his numbers are just out of the top drawer, as you'd expect. 1 assist away from a double-double. Colom steps in. Colom was just phenomenal for Spain in the qualifiers. Yeah, let's talk about the depth of this lineup. Colom literally led this team with Jaime Fernandez in the backcourt during the qualifiers. Spain got through pretty straightforward, had to come up with some good performances. And they're trying to put an exclamation mark under what can only be described as a hard-fought win, because Poland have really put himself in the game. 5 down, and then they just went on, as you say, the 11-0 run. Fernandez sits down as well.
Likely the end of his quarterfinal matchup as well. 16-point game. Slaughter. Onyeka launches a 3. Can't get it to go, and another rebound here for Spain. What an effort by Poland. Coming into this, not many people expected them to be here. They show up, beat the hosts in a thrilling overtime game. That crowd in Beijing was red hot. Poland walked in there and disappointed a lot of people, not only in that arena, but around the country. And went undefeated in that group. Their only loss before getting here was against a really tough Argentina squad, who Argentina is going to the Final Four.
Yeah.
So at the end of this, they can say they lost to 2 teams that made it to the Final Four, and that was it.
Well, Huey and Gasol are going to sit, and again, job done.
One step closer to a FIBA Basketball World Cup for those fans right there. And also one step closer to that qualifying spot for the Olympics next summer. With Serbia going out earlier today, that leaves now only a handful of teams available for the European position. Poland also going out, so that's 3 teams now for 2 spots.
Yeah, if the European teams get beat, they're in. If they both win tomorrow, they've still got to win another game.
Yeah. Knocks down both free throws.
So all 12 players have seen the floor now for Spain.
All 12 as well for Poland. This man was terrific in the 4th and 3rd. He's cooled off after going to the bench. Shinsky. Great building block for Coach Taylor and this bunch. Their performance here. The world rank likely to rise after the performance, you would think. And all's long lost. I mean, they still have a chance at one of the Olympic qualifiers, seeing as there's 2 up for grabs, and both European teams could lose tomorrow.
Well, and then it'll come down to ranking and all that sort of stuff. And go and have a look at the app, because it'll take us far too long to explain it at this point in time. Because there's an algorithm. There you go. That's the word we were told today. There's an algorithm that will decide that. So it's not a human thing. It's just an algorithm. But for 1 minute, let's talk about Poland, because they deserve it. They just ran out of steam with 4 or 5 to go in the game, because they challenged Spain so hard. And if it wasn't for Hernan Gomez in that period of time where nothing was dropping for Spain, who knows where we might have been, because he was phenomenal in that period on the inside and on the glass. And Spain are going to make their journey to Beijing.
Clock winding down. Juancho, Hernan Gomez for 3, no good. Cologne at the buzzer, won't count. And that's how we'll end the game. Well, Coach Taylor should be proud of his bunch. They played a tough matchup.